Everyone, we have about 1,000 left. That is it. That has been on fire today, and that you can use obviously with not just the Today special, but with many other items as well. Okay, I'm so excited about this. But if you love butterflies, and you know, whenever we do these garden shows, and we do, you know, particularly we just did with wind and weather, or a lot of the ornamentation, butterflies are always the first to go. We all love butterflies, a symbol of rebirth and life. I bought 2 of these as well. So and this has been on fire. This is the steal of the hour at $19.95.
Crazy. That's
Holy cow, this is your what's called the Buzz butterfly, or the Buddleia?
Buddleia. Yeah,
Buddleia.
But you know, you can't mispronounce Latin.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So tell me about this, because I'm so excited.
Okay, this is a similar trick that we're doing, like we did with the hibiscus, but with Buddleia or Buddleia or butterfly bush. And that is, you're getting, you see how you have the 3 colors again? It's because there are 3 plants. We've grown them together from baby plants so that they look like one plant. So you can't really separate them. They're all kind of, you know, grown together down there in the pot. You know, it's gonna come like this. And actually you can kind of see if you look close that there are 3 in there. But they're all kind of growing together. You don't really want to separate it, because this is what you're gonna get. The pink, the blue, the white, all together growing as one beautiful shrub. And honestly, like, this is, you know, we talk about designing container gardens. You need one of these in a container, and that is it. Like, container garden, check. You know, one of these will fill out. The crazy thing about Buddleia is that it is really hardy north to south. Perfect. Up north where I live, this will die all the way back. This is a woody stemmed plant. It pretty much dies almost down to the ground. It has all of this greenery, will go right back in the winter, but it will come back after it gets the root after the roots have established. So it's really easy. It's really easy, but the amount of growth it will put on in 1 year, you know, is really bonkers after you know you get it established. And down south, it doesn't even die back as much, and it will throw out even more growth. So this, you know, this fullness that you see
and the nectar
is
for the
so
butterflies.
Amazing. It's very achievable. You're going to get this like in 2 years, because it's just how they grow. The other thing I love about this, I love the habit of this. We talk about the shape and the way this has kind of this. You see, it's kind of nice and rounded. It's got this great shape, except it also is kind of a little wild and a little like that is so my personal style of gardening. I absolutely adore the way this looks. It's so simple to maintain. You really have to do nothing. But it also has these really pretty silvery leaves. Again, that's telling us that it likes the heat. It's very drought tolerant. Perfect. It's very easy to grow in any sort of hot, dry sort of place. You just need to get it established. So water it when you first get it home and get those roots growing in. And then once they're ready, you know, you're ready. You can start ignoring it.
I'm so excited for this one.
You've had these before, right?
No, I just bought it today.
My favorite thing about it is how this smells, though. This is one of those things that has a very unique smell.
Like a sweet honey, or
honey. Like, imagine if you took honey. I mean, you smell
like a real honey, like a natural honey.
Real natural honey. Okay. I mean, it smells great if you open, but I don't know if you've ever microwaved honey and it like really gets smelly. Yes. That's what this smells like. I mean, it's just this sweet honey smell, which again attracts so many pollinators.
Right, because it's not just the butterflies, right? The butterflies, the bees.
It's not just that. Because look at these. These blooms, I mean, this is just like, there are hundreds, I guess. I'm not even sure how many blooms along each of these. Each of these is not one flower, it's many flowers. And each of those flowers is a food source for bees, butterflies, hummingbirds. I have these in my garden. These ones here are a particularly great focal point, but they are, I mean, they're just covered in butterflies all the time. See, and hummingbirds.
That's what I cannot wait. Right, hummingbirds and butterflies. And even the monarch, I read something about like the monarch butterflies are attracted to this before their migration.
Monarchs are the ones that really, I do see a lot of monarchs on them.
Oh my gosh, I read that and I'm like, okay, that sold me.
Yeah, exactly. No, they're very much a monarch magnet.
And they're this is $19.95. And again, literally 3 different plants together. I know I bought 2 of these. I bought like 2 of everything.
I look at this and I think think it's like a flower arrangement, not
it
an
does
actual
look like a floral arrangement,
it just
right?
doesn't look
or the
real
one
to
you
me.
wish you could do, right?
Exactly, but you don't have to do anything. That is actually how it grows, is just like that. Like a living floral arrangement. And it, you know, obviously that's gonna last. That's not, oh, and though if you do want to pick these are great for cutting. So you can,
you can?
Yeah, they last really a long time in the vase. You know, cut the stems. They're really long, they're great for cutting. They're beautiful. If you like to arrange flowers out of your garden, this is a great variety.
Okay, it is flying. And I think and just say to all the people out there again, right? All the green thumbs are so afraid but want this. This is a good one.
This is a really
easy,
good one. Once again, easy,
yes, easy.
We really do try to make it easy.
So I made my decision today on all the easy ones.
Easy. Yeah, you can't go wrong with this. I mean, this is like, you have to work to kill a butterfly bush.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you really do.
I love hearing that. That's great.
It is hard to kill them. And I want to point something else. I grabbed this before they took it away, because look at this. If you have a garden and you want to, you know,
my gosh, how gorgeous together.
Look at this combination. This and this, they look beautiful together. And once again, these are gonna want to live in the same place. It's not like this goes in the shade and this goes in the sun. No, they both go in these nice sunny spots. They both go in a place where, you know, maybe the water is limited, maybe the soil isn't all that improved. Like, you don't have to have perfect soil for either
both
of
heat
these.
and drought resistant.
Heat and drought resistant, both huge magnets for pollinators. I mean, they kind of feed off each other. They start to build this like synchronistic kind of thing.
I see that, but you're right with the color choices together.
Well, and look at even these
exquisite.
leaves. You know, they're different, slightly shades of different shapes. They really look. You want texture and contrast in your garden. That's what you want to create. That's what
because it's not
what
just about color. And I think you're right. Like, I find that too. That it's not just about the colors. It's also the leaves, like the shapes of the leaves, and again the color of the leaves, because they're obviously all different. But you're right. It makes a big difference in your garden.
Makes a big difference. You don't want everything to look the same. It will look better if they are contrasting.
Okay.
So wow. Nice.
Very popular, and I can't see that far to see how many have been sold, but I know a lot of these have been sold today. Almost 2,000 have now been spoken for. So if you looked at it a little earlier, maybe you looked at it a little earlier and bought one, definitely here's your opportunity to take advantage, call back, treat yourself to another one. This is how it comes to you. I mean, you can actually, when you see it, you can actually see that it's actually 3 different trees altogether.
Yeah, altogether. Don't try and pull them apart, though. That would be silly. They actually, they're grown together. You want them to grow together. And put them in a pot. I would say 12, 14, maybe a 16-inch pot is all you really need. Okay. And this is what you're going to end up with. You know, water it. You can use the plant food if you want. You probably don't really even need to. This is one of those things that doesn't really need like a huge kick if you just give it some nice soil and go. This is one of those really tough plants that
Thank you for bringing us from these. We want you to look good, and we want you to be able to. We want you to garden, right? Yeah. So if it's something you've always wanted to do, play in the garden, but you're like, oh, every time I do it, because this was me before, everything dies. Hence why I planted silk plants out there, which I don't recommend to anyone. First of all, way too expensive, and then they don't definitely live. But here is that again, the plant food concentrate. I wanted to share that with you one more time, in case you wanted to grab this, whether it is for anything, right from today's special on down the line. $26.95. If you just tuned in, important to see that it's nothing to measure, not icky and gooey. There it is, one little pod that mixes with 1 gallon of water. So you just make it and just use a little bit on your plants. Like you said, basically like a cup, right, Michelle? Yeah. Simple and easy.
And it's good for everything. There are special kind of fertilizers that have, you know, different kind of ratios of things. This is just a nice general all-purpose thing, so you don't have to think about it. You just put it on everything. It'll be great.
Then we also get the little
brochure.
Fabulous informative brochure.
Yeah, the brochure, just like with everything, that has, this again, because it's a perennial, will come with a 1-year guarantee. So if it doesn't come back for any reason, you call us up. All that contact details on the back. Nice. You can reach out to us, ask us any questions. But everything is here again. And I said this before, but it's been a little while. These are like 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper. I don't know about you, but I am not an organized gardener. I have plant tags and seed packets and like you name it all over the house, everywhere. Like it's crazy. Like open any drawer and there's a seed packet in there.
This is so much better.
This is nice and organized. I have dreams of like organizing my whole garden in a little white notebook.
Oh, you already did it, right? One brochure.
Well, exactly. exactly. I mean, it's so simple. Poke a hole in it and put it together with all the other ones.
Exactly.
And you've got your garden and, you know, your own little reference manual.
I like that because you're right. If you have any questions, because it covers everything in there, from watering, pruning, you name it, care, you know, what kind of a plant it is, it covers all of it. So it's not just that little itty bitty sticker. Clock that is already up on your screen. Only a couple of minutes remaining, but very, very popular. This Buzz Butterfly Bush has been the star, really definitely one of the stars of the day, which again, as you look at it, and we even showed it to you, it's literally 3 different plants that are grown together. Hence why you're getting these beautiful colors, but then wait for the butterflies, the monarchs, the bees, the hummingbirds.
They just come.
They just come,
You know, another really nice thing about this, and actually some of the other ones too, some things bloom in the spring, some things bloom in the summer, some things bloom in the fall. A lot of things really struggle to bloom in the real heat of the summer.
Yes.
That is a time when most people, you know,
we see that a lot down here.
The heat really can take its toll on plants in general. But there are some plants that really thrive and become stars in that kind of situation, and that is definitely a butterfly bush.
I love it.
It really likes the heat. It's the thing that looks, you know, I always think about, like, I have this vision of my butterfly bush, you know, in like the heat of the summer when things start to become really still and
like
buzzy and you know, and like there's kind of like this, there's a little romance to that.